Hello, it is sisterguard here. Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. Back to Stay and Rise because we're gonna go over three things. What is the R plus requirements for player ranks? The new gachas, and we're gonna go over gems and kind of talk about them. So first things first, if you've not already, please make sure you smash the like button, do the subscribe button. I go there, appreciate it a lot, and let's get into it. So first things first, R plus. What do you need? 1, you have to have the quest. 2, you have to do the rank test. You have to reach floor 140. I will tell you, I have almost 2 hours left, so you probably need about one QA to get here. I was going to do my best guess. You also need to be at level 525. So I do need to go do the test. I really don't want to keep staying in here while we're yapping. It's a lot of hit points. Yeah, I'm not changing my talents for that. No, we got other stuff to do. I gotta get it. So let me get out of here. Let me get my talents reset. Let me go do my test, and we'll talk about what the rewards are for this rank. All right, while I'm running my R test, let's go ahead and do a little yappy yap. So things we need to cover in this with the ranks. So R allows you to craft UGM pluses. I did that in the update video. It's how I ended up with UGM plus white flames. In order to get easier ability to craft them, in order to arise GM, like the base is GM, you need to have R+. So you really want to do the test as soon as you can. The limiting factor, of course, is going to be castle. And it is 51 rooms for the test. That and probably level is going to be my two things that I suspect are going to be a limiting factor for a lot of people. Just a reminder for levels, make sure you have the Jungle Monarch title on. Also, make sure you have your relic on for XP. Make sure you have your stats in XP. And make sure you are using an XP potion. Because if you look at the quest for RM+, it's 50k base. That is the base. That's not with all the extra boosties that we all have. I would highly recommend you take the time to go ahead and get that. Okay, we got our test done. Let's go ahead and go back to the lobby, and I'll go ahead and complete it. Okay, let's go ahead and complete the test. There you go. So we are now R+. Let's go ahead and have them level up real quick. Okay, that's their base damage. I am not outfitted entirely for damage at this moment. So that's huge though. Next thing we're going to go over is gems, because that's the easier one of the two things we got to go over. Gems, how do you get them? Well, you get them from this crafting lady over here. You get them here. You do have to buy one of the base gems in order to create it. Now, we have 6 types of gems technically, because the regular gems also provide a bonus. So the regular gems provide a bonus of player speed. Ruby provides weapon mastery, so that's percentiles, by the way. That's percents. That's like adding extra to your base stats. Greater Topaz adds to your experience. Sapphire adds to your shadow agility. Emerald adds to shadow reach. And Amethyst adds to your shadow power. This is probably going to be the big one everyone's going to be going for, and maybe reach. Agility, once you hit 520, you don't need to go beyond 200. Some people may want player speed. That's entirely up to you. I will let people create their stuff how they want. Now, how do you use it? Go over here, click on your weapon, go to stats. This will pop up the gems. So rubies can only go in red, amethyst can only go in purple, blue can only be occupied by sapphire, green is emerald. So each weapon, from what I'm noticing, has a different layout of the stats. Like this is 2 yellows, a purple, a green. So I don't know why. Honestly, if we could find one with, what is it? 2 purples. If we can find a weapon that has 2 purple slots, that is going to be the best thing you can get. Like, even difference in legendaries. Like, I really don't understand why this is the case. It seems to be if they're the same weapon, it doesn't matter. But yeah, we need to be on the lookout. Like, this has 3 reds in it. So that'd be OP for that. So I'm sure the community will come forward and do that. Unless Pytos went through and was like, no. The most... Oh, that has 2 purples. So the Ironwood Axe has 2 purples. So that would be OP. Yeah, Ironwood Axe has 2. So technically, for wanting the most shadow damage, getting a N rank of this would be the best bet that I can see right now. We're going to have to go through every single weapon in the game. I don't want to do that. To be frank. That sounds horrible. But I guess I'm gonna have to do that if I want to max and min my stuff. So, that is the current situation with that. Now, the next thing we're going to go over is we do have 2 new gachas. So, I'm going to use the gacha hub. So, we have the Slayer Village. Slayer Village is going to be dropping drop chance. So, this one's super OP. So, I'm going to go ahead and roll this super quick. Hopefully, we can get a fair bit of this. If not, I'm going to have to go grind it up. And that's what we're going to do this video, is I'm going to grind all this up. The newest stuff that they've added has made this significantly easier. Especially the runes. It's going to cost me tickets, which tickets is meh. Okay, it appears we are done. So we did get the legendary. So that is drop chance and shadow damage. That's nice. The epic is drop chance. There's drop chance. Okay, so we got some shadow damage with that. That's good. That really makes me want to go to the secret. Now, we do also have Shield Kingdom, so this is the shield area. This one gives weapon and shadow damage, so I'm going to let this auto roll for a second, see what we can get. So we got the legendary with this. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Commons, weapon damage. Uncommons, weapon damage. Rares, weapon damage. Epic is weapon damage. Once we hit legendary, we're going to get shadow and weapon damage. So let's kind of see where our guys are now. A little bit of a bonus. I'll take it. So the things that are helping us currently with this update is going to be these tokens. These right here are huge because they're going to allow you to basically farm up for those tokens really easily. I'm going to highly recommend you use the double dungeon runes when you use these, since they are so expensive, just to help kind of recoup some of your money back. You can get them by using 10 rank up tokens, or you can buy them with tickets. That's up to you, but I would highly recommend you use the double rank ups, or you will be hurting. So I now need to go do the gachas for both of these. Honestly, I'm probably going to do Slayer first, because the other one drives me nuts. I do want to show you exactly how broken the new system is. Let's go on over here. I'll show you kind of how to set this up. Now, they have changed how many slots you can have for a dungeon. The max is 6. You can't add more with talents. Honestly, I don't have that setup equipped. I have the super speed, let's get everything done. So I'm going to keep with that. So I want a double. I need Slayer. I need token. And then we're going to fill the rest of these with tokens. Each of these is going to give us a slight chance higher. So instead of 1 to 2, we're going to be up to 1 in 6. So because we have the double, it's going to lengthen it. So you're going to want to use these on long dungeons. And you just got to make sure you use that double. Because it's expensive. It's very, very expensive. Like, this is only a 6 room. I'm going to be losing a lot of money this run. But for the content. So let me go and pop a drop potion. We'll do this until my drop potion runs out. So we're getting 5, 6, 5, 6. Yeah, this can get pretty broken pretty quickly. And because of the new feature they added, which is equip old, it's going to equip all the old stuff I just used, and we can do it again. So we have done one run, and we got, like, one cycle, and we got 165. This is very broken. You can get a lot. Idos, I swear to God, don't you dare fix this. I think he has made it to where it is, like, because we have so many, the lowest we can get is 5, and the highest we can get is 6. I think he did buff it, which is good, because that makes this significantly less painful. So I realized I didn't have my entire drop setup on, which I've been having that bug, Pydos, if you see this. So yeah, this is going up even higher because my drop chance is higher. Okay, we're nearing the end of our time. I'm not gonna do another one. I want to show y'all how broken this can be. And mind you, I didn't have my full setup the whole time. So we're at nearly 1,800 tokens. I will tell you right now, that used to take 4 or 5 hours. I did that in 10 minutes. Yes, it cost me a considerable amount of tickets because I have to use those runes. But the fact that I now can go here and go and roll, that's pretty broken. So I'm gonna farm up the rest of these gachas, and I'll bring y'all back when I get the mythic and the secret for both of them. So because I'm gonna get asked this, we finally have someone who beats white flame. Other than our lovely friend on the 125th floor. He is still the undisputed king. Yeah, look at that. That's an improvement. Oh, maybe not. The alt damage is better. So the dev has kind of scaled stuff back, thankfully. And he also allowed that you can get anywhere from 15 to 30 tokens in the key dungeons. Also, for those of you wanting to see the damage difference between a UGM barrel and a UGM white flame, let me go and equip damage. Y'all can see how much it gets late game. Yeah. By the way, this is the setup I'm talking about. So I use a shield rune, a more rooms rune, a double dungeon rune, and then I fill as many tokens as I can. If it's shield, I'm just putting in tokens. The double dungeon is so that you can basically get twice as many rooms, so twice as many chances for tokens. The extra rooms gives you 2 extra rooms because this is a 9-room dungeon. So in total, because I'm using the double dungeon, I'm getting 4 extra rooms, which gives me about another 20 to 30 chances to get. Is this expensive? Yes, this is very expensive ticket-wise, but I am only able to do 2 runs in the shield because I'm out of world runes, and I probably will walk away with about 300, which is better than alternatives considering I can't use a drops loadout even for a G rank dungeon. The other train of thought is going to World 1 and just utilizing those dungeons there, which I probably will once I get some more runes. There just hasn't been one spawning for a little while. We do also have 2 new codes. We have Shield 1.2, which I need that, and Early Shutdown. Need that as well. So there was an update. So some things to note. A lot of the gachas got boosted. Let's go over to Grass. See, Grass is not one of them. Mage Town? Inventory. Yeah, a lot of these got some big buffs on them. Some of them got weapon damage added. Like, now all of these give shadow and weapon damage. So, like, XYZ, which used to not give shadow damage on its rarest thing, now does. Which means we are going to have to roll for that as well, but I'm not going to do that in this video. I will do that on my own time, and I will pin a comment on what it is, because I have other stuff to do. So I'm almost done. I've already gotten Slayer done. I'm waiting on Shield. There is one more thing I do want to comment about, and that is weapons. So let's go ahead and take a look at weapons now. All of them will have a white spot. White can be equipped with anything. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to get these ironwood axes up to M. So I'll bring y'all back when I'm very, very, very close. Not very, very close, but I have easy way to get this. So I should have it hopefully in the next hour or so. All right, so we should have this secret for the hero armament. So this is gonna be the newest area. So we got it. Awesome. They have kind of changed some of them. I don't know what. So that is the legendary for the shield. That is the mythic. And that is the secret. Ooh, lots of damage. Now let's go on over to Slayer Village. So for Slayer Village, the legendary is that. That is our mythic. And that is our secret. Ooh, right. Well, I now need to go work on getting shadows. Yay. Can't you tell my excitement? So I'm gonna get back to my grind, and hopefully this video was helpful, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.